Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing one of my more recent stays to the Walt Disney World Resort. This stay would be at All-Star Sports Resort at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. I hope you enjoy my review, pros and cons of staying at this particular resort, and I hope you continue to watch my other videos and stay tuned. Thank you so much. All right, so I always give some context of my stays. So this is just for one person, one adult, and this was in the month of July for July 4th weekend. This would be for a standard room at Disney's All-Star Sports, just a queen room, and this consists of a queen bed and a pull-down Murphy bed, similar to other style of rooms in the Disney portfolio. Specifically, this standard room was in the Home Run Hotel section of the resort, located more on the south side of the resort. And luckily enough, one of the pros, as I like in the standard rooms of the All Stars, is that it is a little bit closer to the parking lots so that it was a little bit easier to get in and out. And with being a resident or traveling with a vehicle, it was easy to get my luggage in to the room and out of the room and not have to carry it across the resort, which I really liked at this particular building. Now with this room, I really enjoyed the little spaces just for, a couple nights stay over the July 3rd week or July 3rd and July 4th weekend. This would be for just one person, so plenty of room. I do find that if you were to have four, especially four adults in this room, it would be a little bit tight, but if you are on a budget, this is a pro of these resorts, especially with sports, is it's typically among the cheapest of the All-Stars, which means that it is one of the cheapest hotels you can stay at on Walt Disney World property. That is considered a Disney hotel. I did for this day, I did purchase a select package during the month of June and July. They were offering rates as low as $99 per night, and for my 2 nights was about, with including tax, $112 per night. So it is one of the most affordable stays that you can have at the Walt Disney World Resort. Luckily, I was able to book this room during this package period, and I hope that they bring this back periodically so that others can enjoy the perks of staying on Disney World property. Now, for this particular room in relation to the front of the hotel, you do have to go through another section, a touchdown football themed area, which is probably a preferred building, and then you are able to head into the mess hall where you are offered like a kitchen style of dining, and you have amenities like an arcade, check-in desk, and that's where you're going to find all your bus stops. So a con is if you are going to be going on the park buses, it is a little bit ways away, but a pro that I found was that the section was a little bit closer to the music, so you could either get on a music bus or a sports bus, depending on which one got there faster. And I tried doing both and found it relatively easy when I got off the bus to be able to walk to my room and with music or sports. Just kind of like a pro that I found when I was there, utilizing the buses if there wasn't a lot of room. Now, if it is a little bit more crowded, I would just stick to staying on the sports bus just so that the music people can have room for their resort. Now, the room is really nice, and I know they just recently did a refurbishment a couple years ago of all of these rooms at these hotels, so I really appreciated how clean the room was. I don't know, I never got to stay in it when it was not refurbished, so I can't give my experience there, but just a con in general that I did notice on this trip was because there are so many people staying at these three all-star resorts. There is a lot of traffic. If you are driving or utilizing a bus, you will notice that getting into the resort at specific periods of the day will be a lot busier to get through. The check-in security area, there it was typically a line of 10 cars or more for checking into the security. Now, if you have already checked into your room and you can utilize the right side, you can do that as well, but the buses are also going to be using that right side. So just kind of keep that in mind with some patience getting in and out of the resort. There is just a lot of moving parts. Uh, During my stay, there were a lot of sports competitions, so we did have a lot of different sport groups, and with that brought a lot of crowds onto the bus system and into the resort. So you may notice that during your stay at this hotel. Now, I hope you enjoyed the pros and cons of this video and of this hotel. And while all cons aside, I really appreciate that Disney still keeps some of their hotels affordable so that they can have uh, a really good experience at their resort, but at a lower price point than some of these more deluxe properties. And now I hope you stay tuned to all my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one.